r/AskReddit. What did a fictional character say that stuck with you? This is a smiling Kanye. It only appears once every 20,000 Kanye pics, very rare Kanye. Like in 5 seconds or bad luck. You can't keep blaming yourself. Just blame yourself once and move on. Homer Simpson. One of the wisest pieces of advice I've ever heard. The worst day of your life so far. It takes 2 to lie. 1 to lie. And 1 to listen. Homer Simpson. I don't know how many years I got left on this earth, so I am gonna get real weird with it. Frank Reynolds. Meanwhile, block the wind. I'm gonna roast this bone. Many that live deserve death. And some that die deserve life. Can you give it to them? Then do not be too eager to deal out death in judgment. Gandalf, Lord of the Rings. And another great Gandalf quote. Frodo. I wish none of this had happened, I wish the ring had never come to me, so do all who live to see such times, but that is not for them to decide. All you have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to you. Really meaningful quote. Lord of the Rings and Tolkien just have a lot of great, deep and memorable quotes. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard ya hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Rocky Balboa. That is a hell of a ducking quote. Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who says differently is selling something. Wesley in The Princess Bride. Yes, exactly. My favorite line from the movie book The Princess Bride was B. We'll never survive. W. Nonsense. You're only saying that because no one ever has. That one stuck with me for a while. I'll second this quote. What is the most important step a man can take? Always the next step. Dalinar : Edit. From Oathbringer, Book 3 of the Stormlight Archive, written by Brandon Sanderson. Accept your pain, but do not accept that you deserved it. Hoyd. Never half-ass 2 things. Whole-ass 1 thing. I am Ron Ducking Swanson. Pride is not the opposite of shame, but its source. True humility is the only antidote to shame. Uncle Iroh, Avatar. The Last Airbender. Almost everything Uncle Iroh says can fit this. Honestly, this thread should be 90% Uncle Iroh quotes. Not everything is a lesson. Sometimes, you just fail. Dwight K. Schrute. Edit. 6 years on Reddit and a Dwight quote is what pops my gold cherry. Appropriate. Alternatively. Will I get over it? No. But life goes on. If you want to know what a mon's like, judge him on the way he treats his inferiors, not his equals. Sirius Black. Always really stuck with me because I really think it's pretty solid advice. That's a great one. Rowling had a lot of profound statements in Harry Potter. One of my other favorites is, dark times lie ahead of us and there will be a time when we must choose between what is easy and what is right. Albus Dumbledore. My favorite is, it does not do well to dwell on dreams and forget to live. Albus Dumbledore. The past can hurt, but the way I see it, you can either run from it, or learn from it. Rafiki, The Lion King. It doesn't matter, it's in the past. Gets hit with staff, what did you do that for? It doesn't matter, it's in the past. It's like those lights in the sky, they all look the same from here, but that doesn't make them less pretty. River Wiles. This is my family. I found it all on my own. It's a little broken but still good. Yeah, still good. Stitch. Ohana means family. And family means no one gets left behind. Or forgotten. God, that movie still hits me right in THR heart so many years later. And it spawned a solid TV show to boot. It's okay. You can go. Everyone always leaves. There was some deep crap in that movie. Losing people is a part of life, but that doesn't mean you stop letting them in. Lego Batman. That movie came out shortly after I lost my grandpa. He was one of 2 people I was closest with. When he died, I went through a really rough phase. Ever since I heard that phrase, it stuck with me. Lego Batman is, oddly enough, the most emotionally mature Batman movie to date. Confidence, it's the food of the wise man but the liquor of the fool. Vikram: The Office. I'm looking forward to getting to know you better, Vikram. Pam. Edit. Wow, my first silver, thanks Anon and of course Pam. Vikram immediately leaves the series forever. I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days, before you've actually left them. Andrew Bernard, aka the Nard Dog. This quote actually made my friend start saying this is the good ol' days guys whenever it's a really nice moment and there's a lull, and I love it so much. Edit. Gotta say I wasn't expecting Reddit to ship me with my best friend and tell me to have sex with him today, yet here we are. ID traded all for a little more. C. M. Burns. I saw some of my friends become big and they don't even answer calls and don't have an honest reply for a question. I remember this quote and it is incredible. Friends, family, religion, these are the 3 demons you must slay if you wish to succeed in business. C. M. Burns. An old friend once told me something that gave me great comfort. Something he had read. He said that Mozart, Beethoven, and Chopin never died. They simply became music. Drive. Robert Ford, Westworld. A ton of what he said stuck with me. Greater than there is no threshold that makes us greater than the sum of our parts, no inflection point at which we become fully alive. We can't define consciousness because consciousness does not exist. Humans fancy that there's something special about the way we perceive the world, and yet we live in loops as tight and as closed as the hosts do, seldom questioning our choices, content, for the most part, to be told what to do next. Now, this sounds like the beginning of learning of mindfulness meditation. It is important to draw wisdom from different places. If you take it from only one place it becomes rigid and stale. Uncle Iroh, Avatar TLA. Uncle Iroh was the GOAT. Today me will live in the moment unless it's unpleasant, in which case me will eat a cookie. Cookie Monster. Edit. I've waken up to all these upvotes and rewards. Thank you so much and love you all, and CM. I felt that. I never thought that I would seriously consider creating a religion of Cookie Monster's teachings. There's no geographical solution to a spiritual problem. Tony Soprano replying to someone who wanted to get away from it all. You can change your ground, but you can't change your sky. Heard that once in a movie a long time ago and it always stuck. Suckin' at something is the first step being sorta good at something. Jake the dog. See this cup? This is literally my favorite cup. Chucks it out the window, now it's gone forever, so it's not real and I don't care about it anymore. Then snakes his arm out the window real quick to grab the cup. It is possible to make no mistakes and lose. That is not failure. That is life. Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Reminds me of the Thanos quote. Greater than I know what it's like to lose. To feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail nonetheless. It's frightening. Turns the legs to jelly. I ask you, to what end? Dread it. Run from it. Destiny arrives all the same. I like the other popular Thanos quote. The hardest choices require the strongest wills. How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. Winnie the Pooh, AA Milne. I'm a grown-ass man, and reading the end of House of Pooh Corner left me feeling a kind of way I can't even describe. A person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it. Agent K, Men in Black. 1,500 years ago, everybody knew that the Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, everybody knew that the Earth was flat. And 15 minutes ago, you knew that humans were alone on this planet. Imagine what you'll know tomorrow. It's not out of this world profound or anything, but that whole scene on the bench was so good, it was almost out of place in the movie. Not to say MIB wasn't good. We're not hosting an intergalactic kegger here. You know, it's at times like this, when I'm trapped in an airlock with a man from Beetlejuice, and about to die of asphyxiation in deep space, that I really wish I'd listened to what my mother told me when I was young. Why, what did she tell you? I don't know, I didn't listen. Arthur Dent. Honestly, anything written by Adams is pure gold. I think my personal favorite quote is right at the start. In the beginning the universe was created. This has made a lot of people very angry and been widely regarded as a bad move. When you do things right, people won't be sure you've done anything at all. God on Futurama. Never forget what you are, the rest of the world will not. Wear it like armor and it can never be used to hurt you. Tyrion Lannister. When you tear out a man's tongue, you are not proving him a liar, you're only telling the world that you fear what he might say. Another great Tyrion quote,